Hello. Most of you know me for doing drunk videos, making fun of myself, making fun of others. But tonight, I want to talk about what I think are problems going on. It's only going to get bigger during this campaign for president. The Republican debate had a record number of viewers due to Donald Trump. I mean, he hit a nerve. He's bringing a lot of interest to this campaign, and whether you hate him, love him, not sure yet, that just can't be denied. And a lot of that interest is due to Trump not belonging to this so-called political establishment. He's not a true politician. And last night when the debate opened up with that first question, well, actually it was a pledge. It was a total setup by Fox News. And everybody saw it, and whether Fox wants to deny it for whatever reason, we all know it. No matter how Trump answered that question, it was a no-win situation. It was going to raise concerns. If he made the pledge like he did, he's dividing the party. If he doesn't make the pledge, then he's selling out to the establishment. That's my opinion, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. Let's go back to where I think a lot of the problems began with the media and why they feel they are part of the story instead of reporting the story. I mean, back years ago, that's all they did was report the story. That all changed maybe 10 years ago. YouTube came along, cell phone cameras came along, and what that did was it allowed individuals on the street to basically become news reporters. They see something, they take a video of it and post it on YouTube, and it gets millions of views. And the mainstream media, they saw this. And the way they make their money, their revenue, is based on advertising expense. So the more views they have, the more they can charge for commercials. But what they don't realize is just because something has 5 million views, well, it could have been 1 million people watching it 5 times. I mean, I've done videos where I looked at it, I was drinking, and I'm like, wow, I have 45 views. Well, I didn't realize I watched myself on video 40 times. Well, I have 4 views. 4 people and me, basically 36 times, or whatever the case may be. But, so that's a little flaw in the system. The media thinks that it's, and it might be a popular video, and it might be very well received, but it's just a number that, it doesn't mean that there's that many people, individual people watching it. What the mainstream media is trying to do, in my opinion, is that they want to cause controversy. Instead of just reporting the news, they want people to come back and get pissed at the news organization. I mean, instead of reporting, hypothetically, there's a shooting. Report that there's a shooting. But what they do now is they bring in an expert or experts and try and decide why this particular person did this shooting. Well, the way the system used to work was the media would report shooting at a movie theater or a school or wherever. Then the police would come in, the detectives, they would find out they would gather the evidence, do what they have to do to figure out how it happened, why it happened. They would do what they needed to do, and then the trial would happen, go to court. Then the media can report on, okay, instead of trying to guess ahead of time why someone did something, go to trial and report the outcome. Let each individual part of the system work instead of you trying to jump ahead and past elections. We've seen the media, they declared somebody a winner and they totally blow it. They just want to be first. And it's not about being first, it's about being right. Now, if we go back to the debate, we all know certain news organizations, they lean one way or the other when it comes to politics. I mean, there's no secret about that. And that's fine. I mean, everybody has their favorite, has what they want to do. But what needs to be done, I mean, especially since we're talking about, let's go to Fox. Their motto is fair and balanced. It's a great motto if you actually follow it. What Fox did was, with that pledge, is that they showed they want the establishment to continue because they have maybe one or two, maybe three candidates that they want to actually win this nomination, and they have one or two they definitely don't want to win. And if you look at the questions that were asked, and or the camera time that each candidate actually received, and you can figure it out yourself who they actually like and who they don't like, and that's not their job. Their job is basically to let each person speak equally, and then let me and us as voters decide who we like. And with Fox, MSNBC, CNN, all the mainstream media outlets, what they fail to realize is that people are just fed up with the media's self-interest agendas. Fox attempted to basically bring Trump down. He stood his ground, came out looking okay, some say even better, and what that does is it brought out that Fox News agenda. And we do have to thank him because eventually those questions would have come up later on, and now he'll be better prepared when he has to answer them. But we weren't expecting Fox News to basically backdoor Trump like the way they did, especially in the first debate. Those are questions that he does have to answer. Maybe they were better suited for debates 2 or 3. But after the debate was over, by midnight, I was just flipping channels, and I would see each station reporting the winners and the losers from the debate. It's midnight Eastern Time. How the hell do they know who the winners or losers are? Did they get on the phone and do a mass poll of people at midnight? Or they just have their 1 or 2 analysts in the back who are, by the way, getting paid by the station, that same station that has their own agenda and playing favoritism, report the winners and the losers. It's what the media doesn't realize is we figured it out. The media is the problem, and the more they are going to try and push Trump down, the more people are going to like Trump and support Trump, and it's going to backfire on them. Now, this campaign for both parties isn't going to be like anything in the past. So these analysts, they can't go into history and say, well, in the past, so-and-so said this, or somebody did this, and it worked for them. Well, that was when the media was doing their job and they weren't trying to shove stuff down our throats for their own agenda. That time is over. So now it's time for you to get back to just reporting the news, asking a question, let somebody answer it, and let it go, and then let us, the people, decide whether we like it or don't like it, whether we like someone or don't like someone, and let us make our own decision on who we are going to vote for. Because the more the media gets involved and tries to push it on us, the more we're going to, like I said, we're going to vote for Trump, and the only people the media can blame is going to end up being themselves. So I know the end of this little rant here was a little jumbled, but I think most of you get the point. And if you don't, what I'm trying to say is just don't believe or don't listen to the reporter. Listen to the politician and make your own decision. If you don't believe the politician, then you don't believe the politician. but it's not up to the reporter to tell you whether to believe or not to believe the politician. So all that being said, I hope we have a great campaign between now and the final election in 2016, and I hope each of you out there can actually take the time, do your own research, and vote for the candidate that you feel is best deserving and that will actually get the job done, because the next 4 years are going to be important. Actually, the next 8 years are going to be important to get us back on track. So until next time, signing off. Have a good night, everyone.